Welcome to the deep dive. We gather up all sorts of sources, notes, articles, you name it, and really dig into them to pull out the key insights.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Exactly. And today we're looking at something, well, a bit different. It's a really detailed personal narrative called It Happened One Summer. And it's not just a story, it's like this whole collection of experiences and thoughts. It gives you this amazing window into what happens when someone's whole world just flips.
Right. And our mission today really is to unpack the evolution of Piper Bellinger.
Okay.
She's this woman who, from the outside, looks like she has everything sorted, perfect life.
The LA dream.
Totally.
Yeah.
But then, boom, something happens and she has to face, well, the reality of her own life. So we're going to explore, who she was at the start, what pushed her into this new situation.
The catalyst.
Exactly, the catalyst. And then how she deals with this totally unfamiliar world, how she changes, how her relationships change. It's kind of like a masterclass in adapting and finding real connection where you least expect it.
Okay, so let's start there. Piper Bellinger in LA. What's the picture?
Glittering is the word, right? But maybe shallow.
Yeah, definitely surface level. The descriptions are all about the visuals. The lipstick red, one-shoulder Valentino cocktail dress, these tastefully tanned legs polished to such a shine, even talk of the holy grail of tit tape. It's all about appearance.
And her attitude reflects that. Like, even therapy is just whatever.
Sure.
She tells her boyfriend Adrian she just, quote, naps during my appointments.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
not exactly digging deep there.
Not at all. And her self-perception, she basically says she's just a pretty girl with a millionaire stepfather. That's how she defines herself.
So identity tied completely to looks and connections.
And social media, that's huge. Any problem, the first thought is damage control via Instagram. Post an inspirational quote on her IG feed. It's all about controlling the narrative.
Which suggests maybe the narrative isn't quite real to begin with.
Well, yeah. It really makes you think about how living for the agram can, hollow things out. Your self-worth gets tied to likes, not, you.
And then it all comes crashing down.
Yep. The catalyst moment. Her relationship with Adrian, all 3 weeks of it, her longest relationship on record, apparently ends. And he's not gentle.
No, he's brutal. Tells her, I've dated some airheads, Piper, but you put them all to shame, and then twists the knife with, I'm just trying to end this before it gets boring.
Just savage. And it's public, at this big rooftop party.
Caught in the background of selfies, right?
Selfies.
Including Ansel Elgort, apparently.
The ultimate LA humiliation. You can imagine her sinking heart, but she still flashes that winning smile. Got to keep up appearances.
So what's the immediate reaction, besides the smile?
Panic. Well, her friend Kirby jumps in with damage control. Her idea. Resurrect Piper 2014.
What's Piper 2014?
Apparently her Wilder phase. Famous for being famous, that sort of thing. So the plan is dramatic.
Let me guess. Something involving attention.
Oh, yeah. Breaking into the Mondrian Hotel pool. With 200 people.
Okay, that's a choice. And it doesn't end well, I take it.
Ends in jail. Which is, for Piper, like landing on another planet.
Right. Suddenly the Valentino dress doesn't quite cut it.
Definitely not. It's described as this cold, dark place. She's literally shivering and hugging your elbows so she wouldn't accidentally touch anything that might require a tetanus shot. Sees a moldy toilet.
Yeah, that paints a picture, and she has no idea how to handle it.
None. She's asking the guard completely seriously, is there another bathroom I could use? And insists, I'm not a criminal, this is all a misunderstanding. She's just adrift.
Until Daddy steps in, or stepfather, Daniel.
Right, the millionaire stepfather. But he's not exactly rushing in out of love. His main concern, the cost, the publicity.
You've jeopardized my film budget. That's the line, isn't it?
That's the one. So his solution isn't support, it's punishment. Banishment, basically.
To where?
Westport, Washington, a tiny fishing town. Her mission, to manage her deceased biological father's old bar, No Name, for 3 months.
A bar. This woman who admits, I don't even know how to make toast.
Exactly. It's the ultimate fish out of water setup. But, crucially, her sister Hannah decides to go with her.
Even though Hannah had her own thing going on.
Yeah, some big job opportunity.
Yeah.
But she drops it to go with Piper. That sisterly bond is like the one solid thing she has right then.
Okay, so Piper and Hannah land in Westport. Culture shock.
Understatement of the year. They pull up to this bar, No Name, and the first person they see is this guy, Brendan Taggart.
And Piper's rolling up in full LA glam, right?
Oh, yeah. Floppy hat, lipstick-shaped purse, short, loose dress and sandals. Like, she Stepped out of the pages of a fashion magazine, as the text says. Totally out of place.
And the bar itself?
Not exactly the Mondrian. She basically recoiled at the dust on the mismatched seats, the broken floorboards, the ancient fishing nets. Horrified.
And then they find out about the ownership situation.
Yeah, it gets awkward. Brendan points out that basically no one owned no name. It's been empty for years, and the locals kind of see it as their space. And Brendan's first impression of Piper is not great. He thinks she looks ridiculous. Also, guileless and seductive at the same time, which he sees as pure trouble.
I mean, she probably doesn't help things.
No. She makes this comment about the bar needing cleaning, wondering why the custodian hasn't done it.
Who's the custodian?
Turns out it's this guy Tanner, who's basically been passed out at the bar since 2008.
Oh, dear. Not a good start.
Not at all.
Oh.
Brendan gets really annoyed, sees it as her insulting his town, his friends. But then comes the twist.
What's that?
They reveal they're Henry Cross's daughters.
Henry Cross, the biological father.
Yes. And apparently Henry Cross is a local legend. His death was a big deal, a tragedy. So suddenly they're not just random LA invaders.
They have a connection. Does that smooth things over with Brendan?
Not immediately. It changes the dynamic, for sure. But he still hits them with this quiet challenge. Our bar. Like drawing a line in the sand.
Okay, tension established. What about where they're supposed to live?
Oh, the apartment. Brendan helps them with that. It's the space above the bar.
And I'm guessing it's not exactly penthouse material.
Let's just say Piper encounters what she calls the Mouse King. It's basically falling apart, completely unlivable by her standards.
So she wants out immediately.
Instantly. Wants to go back to L.A. She asks Brendan about finding an exterminator/housekeeper.
And his response?
Pure Westport. No, we clean our own houses and catch our own vermin here. Super dismissive.
He clearly doesn't trust them.
No, he even asks flat out, you're not here to film a reality show or some shit, are you? The suspicion is palpable. It really sets the scene for, well, everything that follows.
Right, so she's stuck. No exterminator, mice for roommates. How does she cope?
Well, slowly. We start seeing these little moments where the LA armor cracks, like the grocery store scene.
Ah, yes, the sequin jumpsuit incident.
Exactly. She wears a sequin jumpsuit to the local store, and she's asking Siri, what is tarragon? And what is an easy dinner? Clearly never cooked.
Utterly helpless.
But then Brendan shows up, and even though he's still gruff, he actually helps her. Points her towards pasta and sauce for Hannah.
Like simple stuff.
Yeah, Italian's easiest if you don't need it to be fancy, he says. And it clicks for him. Then she's genuinely clueless, has never used a stove.
Does that soften her a bit?
The text says he starts to wonder, maybe not as selfish as he'd originally thought? It's a tiny shift, but it's there.
And Piper, what's her read on him?
Well, she notices his wedding ring, or what she thinks is a wedding ring, and assumes he's married. So she draws this line, tells him flat out, I'm not interested.
Interesting. Even based on a mistake, she's setting a boundary.
Yeah, it hints there's more to her than just being flighty. But the real change starts when she connects with the town itself, with her father's past.
How does that happen?
They visit Henry Cross's memorial statue. At first, Piper feels nothing much. Just notes he looks like a young Kevin Costner and feels this weird guilt and failure for not connecting.
Okay.
But then they meet Mick Forrester. He was Henry's fishing buddy, and he's also Brendan's father-in-law.
Oh, wow. Small town.
Very. And Mick shares these really moving details about Henry's death, how it happened right there in the wheelhouse, how the sea takes him.
Ripping it real for her.
Exactly. And then Mick says something profound. To go to Westport is to meet your father, Piper. He is Westport.
That's powerful, like the town embodies him.
Totally. And she starts building other connections too. Abe, the hardware store owner, he becomes her running buddy, gives her the local scoop.
So she's slowly weaving herself in.
Yeah. But the biggest connection is yet to come. It's finding Opal.
Who's Opal?
Henry's mother. Piper's grandmother. Estranged.
Whoa, she didn't know her.
Nope. Their first meeting is super emotional. They find all these keepsakes of Henry's in his old bunk on a boat called the Delaware, his license. Pictures of Piper and Hannah as kids.
Tangible links to him.
Right. And it clicks for Piper. And then in this lovely reversal, Piper uses her LA skills, her cosmetic genius, to give Opal this cool faux hawk hairstyle.
Yeah.
It actually helps bring Opal out of her shell, out of her isolation.
Using her powers for good.
Kind of. It shows her skills aren't just superficial. They can create genuine connection.
So with all this grounding happening, what about the bar?
They decide to fix it up. Partly, to impress Daniel and maybe get home early, prove they're responsible and proactive.
But maybe partly for themselves, too.
I think so. They really get stuck in cleaning, sanding, painting, real manual labor.
Probably a first for Piper.
Definitely. And during the renovation, they find more hidden stuff photos behind some old plywood. One is marked Henry Cross and the year 1991.
More history revealed.
Makes it all feel real now, as Piper thinks. And that leads them to rename the bar.
Not no name anymore.
Nope. They call it Cross and Daughters.
That's perfect. Really claiming their heritage.
It's a huge step. Meanwhile, Brendan's dealing with his own stuff.
Right. The wedding ring situation hinted at something deeper.
Yeah, he's got these confusing man feelings for Piper, but he's tied to the memory of his late wife, Desiree. And Mick, her dad, is always there, reminding him.
That's complicated.
Especially during the annual memorial party they hold for Desiree. Brendan feels kind of shackled by it. He starts realizing the constant grieving isn't really about his actual marriage anymore.
Like it's become a ritual that's holding him back.
Exactly. Which raises that question, how long do you hold on to grief before it stops being about honoring the past and starts maybe preventing a future?
Deep stuff. And this all comes to a head, doesn't it, at that very party?
Yeah. Big time. Piper, completely oblivious, crashes the somber memorial, carrying a tray of tequila shots.
Oh, no. Wearing pink sequins, wasn't it?
Loud pink sequins. Perfect timing. She immediately gets it, realizes she's ruined it. Total mortification.
What does Brendan do?
He doesn't hesitate. He goes after her immediately, leaves the party, prioritizes her feelings over the awkwardness, which is huge.
That says a lot.
It does. And they end up having this incredibly raw conversation down by the harbor. Piper's feeling really low, asks him straight up, I am an airhead, aren't I?
Expecting him to agree, probably.
Maybe. But he doesn't. He comforts her.
Yeah.
And then he opens up.
About Desiree.
Yeah. Admits he was away fishing when it happened.
Yeah.
And then this gut punch, I wasn't the best at being married, says he never tried.
Wow.
And he basically says the yearly memorial is him trying after the fact. It's heartbreakingly honest.
And does Piper reciprocate that honesty?
She does. She admits she liked the LA stuff, the dressing up, the attention, the pampering. Asks, does that make me a bad person?
And Brendan's response?
It's brilliant. He says basically, most people like being admired and complimented. They're just not as honest about it. He validates her, accepts her, LA flaws and all.
That's a major turning point.
Huge.
Yeah.
And the next morning, he takes off the wedding ring after 7 years.
Whoa. Okay. So things are getting serious.
Definitely. But then comes the next big test, the storm.
Right, the typhoon. Brendan's gone fishing.
Yeah, he's heading out for the dangerous Bering Sea crab season, just as this massive storm is brewing. Piper is understandably terrified.
Especially remembering what Mick said about her father.
Exactly. That line about the water being so cold, you only have a minute before it sucks the breath right out of a man's lungs. She's picturing the worst.
What does she do?
She basically panics, runs through the storm to Brendan's house, finds his spare key, proving he is a spare key guy, and lets herself in.
Just needing to be close to him somehow.
Yeah. The description is so vivid. She's drinking coffee in his shower, using his body wash, just praying God, very politely, to bring the stubborn man home safely. It's pure vulnerability.
And Brendan, is he feeling it too?
Absolutely. He's out on the boat, and even though the storm isn't the worst he's seen, he feels different. The boat didn't seem quite as substantial under his feet. He's praying like crazy, just let me go home and see her.
That parallel anxiety is intense. How do they reunite?
It's dramatic. There's an accident on another boat. Someone named Sanders gets hurt. Piper rushes to the hospital thinking it might be Brendan.
Oh, that fear.
But it's not him, thankfully.
Yeah.
And when they see each other there, safe.
Yeah.
It's just this massive release, a huge emotional kiss, like all the walls just crumble.
The connection is solidified. But LA is still calling, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Just as things seem settled, Piper's phone blows up. It's Kirby again.
Offering what? A return to glory?
Pretty much. A massive welcome back party themed The Party Princess Returns. Yeah. With serious money involved, 6 figures apparently, a direct route back to her old life, her LA throne.
Talk about a crossroads.
Right. She's tempted, the allure is there, but the narrative says it mostly left her hollow. That old life doesn't shine the same way.
Which really poses that big question. External validation versus internal fulfillment. What do you choose?
And Brendan sees her taking these calls, right? He gets anxious, thinks she might leave.
Meanwhile, Piper's focused on the bar opening.
Totally. She throws herself into the Cross and Daughters grand opening. It's become her symbol of belonging in Westport.
But then disaster strikes. Or seems to.
Yeah, a major misunderstanding. She's supposed to see Brendan off before he leaves for another fishing trip, but Abe, the hardware store owner, falls, and she stays to help him.
Oh no, so she misses Brendan.
She misses him. And he sees her absence as proof she's choosing L.A., choosing the party.
That's gotta hurt.
It does. And then the grand opening itself starts.
Yeah.
And it's empty. No customers. Abe's not there. Opal's not there. Brendan's not there.
Crushing for Piper.
Devastating.
Yeah.
She feels like an imposter. Thinks, I don't belong here. I never did.
And Mick doesn't help.
No, Mick makes these tough love comments about needing nerves of steel, kind of implying she's not strong enough, that she couldn't replace my daughter. It just digs the knife in deeper.
Even Hannah's worried about her.
Yeah, Hannah sees Piper's usual optimism, her brightness, just drain away.
So what's going through Brendan's head during all this?
He's spiraling. He gets a call from Daniel, Piper's stepdad, confirming the L.A. party stuff. Then Piper accidentally drops her phone. He sees the messages.
And jumps to conclusions.
Big time. He thinks she's been stringing me along, plotting your exit behind my back. He's hurt and angry.
What does he do?
He confronts her. Basically tells her she needs to figure out what she wants. That he can't handle this will she or won't she bullshit anymore. Spends the night on his boat.
Pushing her away when he's scared.
Exactly. But almost immediately, as he's heading out, regret hits him. He knows he made a fucking mistake.
Does he find out the truth about her missing him at the dock?
Yes. Abe and Sanders' wife tell him Piper was there. She just missed him because she was helping Abe. And she was apparently blubbering all over the place.
Proof she cared. Proof she chose Westport. Chose him.
Undeniable proof. And then Mick even apologizes to Brendan for what he said to Piper.
That's big of Mick.
It is. And Brendan's response to Mick is just, He says Desiree will always have a place in his heart. But Piper owns that heart. She came here and robbed me blind of it.
Okay. Declaration made. He has to go get her, right?
He knows he does. He decides to go to L.A., which, for Brendan, the ultimate homebody fisherman, is a huge deal, defying his whole routine.
Does he go alone?
Hannah helps him navigate L.A., gets him to the party. And Fox, Brendan's friend, goes with Hannah, hinting at their own story starting.
The setup for the next book.
You got it. So Brendan gets to this Party Princess Returns bash, and Piper's there, on stage, being celebrated.
But how is she feeling?
Completely hollow. The applause feels empty, not for the real Piper. All that fame she used to crave means nothing now.
Her priorities have shifted.
Massively. She's literally thinking, who would have coffee with Opal tomorrow? Who would walk Abe to the museum? Her heart is back in Westport.
She wants out.
Desperately. She's trying to get off the stage, thinking, I want to go home. I just want to go home.
And then she sees him.
Yes. Brendan, standing there in the middle of all the L.A. chaos, described as bearded and beautiful and steady and salt of the earth.
The anchor in the storm.
Exactly. Their eyes meet. His expression is this mix of sadness and wonder, and Piper doesn't hesitate.
What does she say?
Go, please, please, get me out of here. Complete trust. She feels she'd never, ever been safer.
And Brendan gets it.
He totally gets it. He tells her it's okay to feel whatever she needs to feel. Cry, dance, scream at him. No one gets to tell you how to act or feel when I leave. No one. Validating her feelings about his dangerous job.
And does he tell her about the bar opening? That it wasn't a failure?
Yes. He reveals it was packed. Hannah and Fox were there, helping manage the crowd. Her Westport dream was a success. She did belong.
Oh, thank goodness. And then the big words.
Piper just blurts it out. I love you, surprises even herself.
And Brendan, how's he going to survive her?
That's literally what he thinks.
Yeah.
Like, every time he thought his feelings for her had finally reached their apex, she proved him wrong. He's completely gone for her.
And she makes a promise, right, about honesty.
Yeah, she vows, I'll never keep anything from you again. I won't make you fight to get into my head. Real commitment to vulnerability.
And his response melts hearts everywhere.
Pretty much. When the reward is as perfect as you, as perfect as this, the work is a fucking honor. It's just perfect validation.
Okay, so they're together, back in Westport. What does settling in look like?
Well, first step, Piper and Hannah move into Brendan's house. Hannah gets the guest room.
Piper worries about losing her mystique, doesn't she? Laundry and no makeup?
Yeah, she jokes about it. But Brendan just loves having her there. The text mentions his aftershave getting sandwiched in between nail polish bottles and lipsticks, and he's totally happy about the feminine clutter.
He embraces her, all of her.
Completely. And they fall into this new routine. Piper's runs with Abe, coffee with Opal, working at the bar, meals together. Real life.
And the bar, Cross and Daughters.
It's thriving. becomes this welcoming community hub. Painting the sign is this really emotional moment, symbolizing Piper fully embracing her roots, her new identity.
And she decides, officially, she's staying.
Yep. Tells Hannah, yeah, I'm staying. Hannah's got mixed feelings, obviously, but Piper's found her place.
Is everything perfect now? Any lingering worries?
Well, reality still exists. Brendan still worries when he goes out fishing. Thinks bad things happen when I leave. He worries about Piper feeling stuck, like she has to stay, even if she's not happy, calls it becoming pot pie.
He wants her happiness to be genuine.
Right. And Piper has this little unspoken thought about little sea captain babies scampering around.
Yeah.
And Brendan clearly wants kids someday, so future possibilities are there.
And Piper's still thinking about her own identity.
Yeah, she wonders, who the hell would Piper Bellinger be if she stayed in Westport? She recognizes the need to make her own way, to be independent within the relationship, too.
Yeah.
It's not just about finding a man, it's about finding herself.
And we also get those hints about Hannah and Fox. Okay.
Definitely. They start off kind of prickly, but respectful. They bond over music, plan to go to a record expo.
But Hannah's wary of his reputation.
Yeah. Sees his phone buzzing with girls' names, thinks he's Playboy royalty. But they talk more. He likes her intensity. She sees his vulnerability, him mentioning too much responsibility. It clearly sets up their story.
Hook, line, and sinker. Got it.
Exactly.
So, wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway from this deep dive into It Happened One Summer? What does Piper's journey really teach us?
I think it's this powerful idea that real self-discovery, it often kicks in when you're stripped bare, when all the familiar stuff, the external validation is gone, and you have to figure out who you are underneath.
Yeah, like being forced out of your comfort zone is actually where the growth happens.
Absolutely. Piper's story really shows that embracing where you come from, letting yourself be truly seen flaws and building those genuine connections, that leads to a way richer life than any curated Instagram feed ever could.
It's not easy, though. It's messy, uncomfortable.
Totally messy. But the payoff, like Piper finds, is huge. Finding love that accepts the real you, finding a place that feels like home, that authenticity is the prize.
Which kind of leads to a question for you listening right now. What could be the Westport in your own life? You know, what's the familiar LA, maybe a mindset, a routine, a reliance on external stuff that you might need to step away from, even just a little?
Yeah, what might help you uncover a more authentic version of yourself? It doesn't have to be moving to a fishing town.
Right. It could be having that difficult conversation, maybe trying something new that scares you a bit, or yeah, maybe just putting the phone down more often.
Those small shifts could lead to some surprising insights about yourself.
It really might be the most valuable deep dive you can take.